I love this surprisingly beneficial art activity. If you'd like to learn how it can help your brain and learn how to do it, let's get started. Welcome to Better with Art. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and practice creative self-care with weekly small art prompts. Up until now, they could always be done in an art journal or on paper if you didn't have one. And for this first video of Better with Art on its new home, we're starting with that type of project. You'll also need a piece of scrap paper, no larger than your journal page or paper, if that's what you're using. It can be anything, junk mail, it doesn't matter. As long as you can put a layer of paint on it. I am using my inexpensive Craft Smart craft acrylic because it doesn't need to be expensive to reclaim your creativity. I also have a paintbrush to use with the paint and a pen for later. Better with Art prompts going forward will also include other types of projects that can provide therapeutic benefit outside of our art journal. The first step is to crumple up our paper and smooth it out, but not too smoothly. As well as sticking with the traditional format of Better with Art videos, I'm returning to a project I loved from the 52-week art journal journey, which was also one of my most popular, if not the most popular video from that series. You want to take your paint and dribble it around your paper. I also have a piece of mail destined for recycling to protect my work surface. And I want to have a good layer of paint on our paper. It doesn't have to be even per se, but you want to get it spread around well. And we can give our paper another crumple, and bring back. If you're interested in an art journal that works for this, my simple form of art journaling, heavyweight paper is important, as is smoothness. And if you're interested in that, even though all of our projects won't be in the art journal, a lot of them will. And we take our crumpled paper and pat it down on our paper, again, not too smoothly. So you should end up with something like this. Before I got into the gel plate, this was an interesting form of monoprint I did, as mentioned in the 52-week art journal journey. So what we do next is let this dry. You can use a hairdryer or a heat tool to speed things along, or, as I'm going to do, you can go about doing other things. It's important to me to design projects for Better with Art that don't require a lot of time or easily enable you to work on it for a few minutes you may have today and come back to it and work on it another day. I'm going to go grab some breakfast after I rinse out my brush. After our fun print is dry, it's time for our pen. I have a rather fine one. And then we pick a spot and just trace. Use the interesting shapes you created with your paint to create unique lines, like fantastical geography. This is a project that there is totally no way to get it wrong. This also is a good project to get into the flow state I talk about so much, where all of the noise just quiets. The distractions from outside and those spinning thoughts. Because of the focused, yet low stakes nature of tracing, I tried to keep my hand where it wouldn't block what I was drawing as I was drawing it. I find the act of this type of tracing interesting to watch as well as engage in. An option if you don't have paint is to scatter some rice or unpopped popcorn on your paper or page and trace that. That's also a method some people use in creative writing when they write fantasy in particular to create the geography of their fictional land. You could also lay down yarn or string randomly on your paper and trace that. It won't be quite as intricate, but you could also do it repeatedly and create even more fascinating, intricate line work. These are also good options if you don't want to get your hands dirty or have a sensory issue with that. Providing yourself opportunities to enter into the artistic flow state and allowing yourself to do so is good for your mental and emotional health, with its calming effects, reducing stress. According to the American Psychological Association, mindfulness-based activities help lower cortisol levels, the levels of stress hormone, promoting relaxation and mental clarity. The repetitive motion of tracing, especially when focusing on each movement, encourages mindfulness. Mindfulness is when we are fully engaged in the moment. Studies show it's also good for your brain in other ways. By engaging in flow activities, you can improve your problem-solving skills. In its deep focus, creative insights can emerge naturally. The artistic or creative flow state is one of the ways art making boosts overall well-being. Engaging in precise creative activities like tracing stimulates neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. This can enhance memory, particularly procedural memory, which is responsible for learning new skills and habits. Interacting with abstract shapes requires the brain to interpret, differentiate, and follow fine details, which improves visual discrimination skills and spatial reasoning. These skills are crucial for tasks requiring depth perception, reading comprehension, and even navigation. Tracing engages both hemispheres of the brain. It activates the left hemisphere, which controls precision and sequencing, and the right hemisphere, which processes spatial awareness and creativity. This cross-hemispheric activity can enhance problem-solving skills and cognitive flexibility. It also enhances fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination. The act of tracing intricate shapes refines fine motor control and dexterity, strengthening neural pathways associated with coordination. This can be particularly beneficial for individuals recovering from neurological conditions or simply maintaining cognitive sharpness over time. Art therapy has been shown to be quite beneficial in the recovery from traumatic brain injuries, and it's great exercise for aging brains. As I always say, taking time to make art is not a waste of time. That being said, I'm also saying that I am going to speed up the video now because I took more time enjoying my art making than you may have to watch it. I often focus on the mental and emotional benefits of regular art making, but it's so much more. After I had traced all the way around the exterior of my interesting printed shape, I continued to trace spaces within and then add more lines. I love this art activity. And, as it turns out, it's not just my subjective enjoyment. It's really good for me. So this week, take some time to make an interesting shape, either with a crumpled up piece of paper and a print, tracing rice or popcorn or yarn or string, or if you decide to just doodle. I say just doodle, but it's not just doodling. And I have a video on the benefits of that and the original Better with Art, which I'll link to in the description. If you found value in this video and are encouraged to make your own art, give me a like and let me know in the comments how you feel about this, what may be for you new perspective on simple art making. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. It's going to take some work to build up this new channel so I can reach as many people as possible with the message that taking time to make art is not a waste of time, and encourage them to reclaim their creativity and practice creative self-care with art making. It is so good for us. And I don't want you to miss any of my upcoming content. So while I am kind of disappointed that this video won't reach as many people as quickly as putting it on my old channel, I really felt it was time to separate things. I wanted to separate the creative self-care aspect of what I do from the business of what I do. I wanted to separate the more expensive art making that I share to encourage people to make from this celebration of how we can be creative with minimal, less expensive resources. You don't need to spend a lot of money to reclaim your creativity. And you don't need a lot of time to practice creative self-care. And that's what I'm celebrating with the new Better with Art channel. So, how you can help me reach more people: like, comment, share with others who need to be reminded and encouraged, subscribe, and enjoy the benefit of watching the videos. I'll be back next week with another creative self-care small art prompt. In the meantime, enjoy some simple but great for your brain art making. If having a simple art prompt with a simple journaling prompt sounds like what you need where you are, on Thursdays, I'm bringing back the 52-week art journal journey. So be sure to check that out. Make art, because we are better with art.